20 yards on the return. Seattle's offense, their offensive line, they really have their work cut out for them trying to keep Howie Long and Greg Townsend out of the backfield. Backs and receivers. Jonell Williams and Brian Blades will have to get the offense going.
And as opposed to last week when they went right to the spread, they're going to a two-back offense. They're hoping to control the ball a little bit more this game than they did last week against Chicago.
And Derek Finner gets the call. And the defense that has dominated thus far in this early season for the Raiders is there. Their front seven, outstanding last week against Denver, completely destroying the timing of John Elway. They never let him out of the pocket. Now, when the Raiders go to their nickel, Bob Golick and two linebackers will come out. Bill Pacella comes in as a pass rusher. Terry McDaniel and Torin Dorn join a secondary that will play 50% man coverage, more than any other team in the NFL. Seattle from their own 20-yard line, and it's not there for John L. Williams. Golick and Davis plug the hole.
Charlie, one of the things that the Raiders want to do right off the bat is to make sure that the crowd does not get in the game.
Kane, the motion man. Craig has pressure, steps out, and he is decked at the 17-yard line. So it will be 4th down and 14 after a loss of 3. Greg Townsend got him. Fernandez in motion. Play action fake. And it is complete, and it's Marcus Allen. 36-yard line of Seattle. Schrader over the middle. There's bumping. Should be a flag. Oh, now it comes in.
Took him a while to get it out, Charlie.
Is that what it was? Galt, the intended receiver. Patrick Hunter says no, but Patrick, you did. You got there before the ball did. And now the first opportunity to cash in. Here's Marcus Allen. And Marcus has 3 yards on the play, maybe 4. Raiders offense, their offensive line, the addition of Max Montoya at right guard brings great talent and leadership to an already strong front. Backs and receivers, a tremendous amount of outside speed. We can already tell Marcus Allen gives another dimension to this offense. Now, when the Raiders go to their bear offense, the fullback and the tight end will come out. Tim Brown becomes a third wide receiver, and Ethan Horton is the tight end. Jay has all kinds of time, and then he throws it away. Seattle's defense, front seven. Today they'll feature for the first time their #1 draft choice, Cortez Kennedy, starting at defensive tackle. When they go to their nickel, Tony Woods and 2 linebackers will come out. Melvin Jenkins, James Jefferson, and Esby Glasgow all come in. Thus, with their starting 4 in the secondary, they now have 7 defensive backs in the game. Schrader recovers the fumble. And for the first time, the crowd here in the Kingdome is getting into the game. Of 48 yards. And it's good from 48 yards away. Officially, they're going to say 49. They're wrong, but we'll give it to them anyway. Tommy Kane is the flanker on the left side, a little play action. And the swing pass out of the backfield to John L. Williams.
What a hit Brian Blades put on Ricky Ellison to free John L. Williams in the flat. That was some block that he put on Ricky. Normally, you don't think of wide receivers as being big blockers, but he put a big hit. You'll get a chance to see it here on the left of your screen. Play action fake now as a result of the 3 straight running plays. Craig looks in the flat, and there's John L. Now you'll see Ricky Ellison in pursuit. He doesn't see Brian Blades. Bang! Right there. Down he goes.
Finner and Williams in the backfield. And here's John L. for the first down. 4 yards to the 34-yard line. Let's check the 10-minute ticker. And here the Raiders lead the Seahawks by a score of 3-0. John L. on a counter to the left side, and he pops open, and he's got 4 yards. Eddie Anderson with the tackle. And they like it extra lean. Well, I tell you, speaking of extra lean, their head coach is. He lost 63 pounds in the offseason. John L. cuts back. He's going to lose a couple of yards. Scansey is in motion. The blitz is picked up. Flags are downfield. Brian Blades holds on to it as he is really nailed by Lionel Washington. Now a flag came flying just as the pass was made. Raiders lead it 3-0. Kane is in motion. Swing pass right side, Finner. And Finner he may have the first down. They'll mark it at the 41-yard line. First down at the Raider 41-yard line. Finner, and a flag is down. The play will go to the 37-yard line if it stands. Lionel Washington with the tackle. And Ron Heller with good hands is the motion man, but he is to block. Finner slips a tackle. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 20, and Benson again was there waiting for him.
Howie Long was the one that made the play, though. Howie Long was able to defeat the block and get in the backfield, really create the problems for Derek Fenner. Howie has done an outstanding job. His first game, he's able to get 6 tackles, 2 sacks, cause and recover a fumble. And I think a lot of people were concerned over the fact that the last 3 years maybe Howie was getting by in reputation.
Was he?
Well, I think what happens a lot of times is that he had some nagging injuries, and there were some problems that he had that a lot of people didn't know about that he didn't mention.
Child, he's a mere child. Play action fake. John L. Williams to the 37-yard line. And they hand off to John L. with 3 lead blockers, and he has the first down.
This is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Seattle Seahawks. If they could have had a prescription written, this would have been it, an 8-minute drive.
And Howie Long makes contact. It'll be encroachment across the neutral zone, making contact prior to the ball being snapped. Here is John L. And that dance card was full.
Thomas Benson, good play. Made him right in the hole. They've done a good job in the middle for the Raiders.
2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on the drive, and it's not there.
It'll be interesting what they give him for second effort. Bob Golick did an excellent job of plugging the hole, but he was able to spin off, and a lot of it is the mark of the official. Crucial job in the NFL. You can last a long time in this league snapping for punts and field goals.
Just outside the 25 from 35 yards away, and it is no good. So Norm Johnson misses. Raiders still lead 3-0. Schrader 1 of 2 passes for 29 yards. And it's pulled out. He's got the first down.
It's a nice adjustment by Jay Schrader there. He wanted to go upfield, and he ended up throwing off his back foot. A little bit deceiving. In 2 years, he's only been able to come up with 44 catches.
Here's Steve Smith. And Steve is going to lose a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11. All right, we are back. Here's Marcus to the 40-yard line. And the crowd reaction, Marcus with the draw, spins away from 2 would-be tacklers. A flag is down. He has stopped way short of the first down. Robert Blackman, the rookie from Baylor, the number 2 draft choice, was there for Seattle. Everyone knows it was not successful.
Well, as one columnist here in Seattle put it, they called it the gun and groan.
First down to Brian Blades.
Well, in this case, you're going to call it the gun and cheer. You get a chance to take a 3-step drop to avoid the pass rush.
Blades said that last week the timing was not there. Here apparently, so far at least, it is. Comeback by Tommy Kane at the Raiders' 39-yard line. 14 yards and a first down.
Set up this time, they're going to do a lot better, and obviously so far they have.
Craig rolls, throws. Pass is complete to Ron Heller, the tight end. First down inside the 50. John L. comes back against the grain. We'll give him 4 to the 10. It'll be 2nd down and 6. And Finner goes to the 7. Play action fake. First down.
I'm not so sure.
I'm not either. I thought that he had it. If he doesn't go up, if Craig doesn't go up with the arm fake and keeps the ball down, I think he would have picked it up.
That's a big play by Jerry Robinson. You're absolutely right. It appeared that he had the first down. Jerry Robinson pushes him back, and now once again, after a long, long drive, the crowd is going to boo the decision to go for the field goal. It's a naked bootleg here where he has the option to pass and run, and right here he sees that he can get the first down. He cuts up here. Right there he should have slid. Instead he cuts outside, gets hit. That was a bad decision on Craig's part, but he figured he had the first down already.
From the 12, a 22-yard field goal for the tie. And this one is good. So Norm Johnson ties it up. 3-3. Back in a moment. Raiders with the ball, first down at their own 20. Schrader with a play-action fake. Looks deep, and then he goes sliding down at the 26, maybe the 27-yard line. Here's Greg Bell. And Bell slips through for the first down.
Big first down for the Raiders. Greg Bell's statistics are impressive over the last 2 years. In that period of time, he has rushed for over 2,300 yards and an NFL high 31 touchdowns. And that's something that I think Al had in mind when he signed him away, or got it rather traded for him from the Rams. Greg Bell at 5'10", 210 pounds, a durable back, as does Marcus. That's the reason why musical backs doesn't seem to make much sense.
And he picks up 10. Schrader goes deep, has a man open behind the secondary, and it's Willie Gault. Gault had a couple of steps on Patrick Hunter. 45 yards.
Well, that's a case where Willie Gault's speed and Patrick Hunter guessing wrong. He cuts inside right here. He thinks it's a slant, and Willie Gault is just too fast for Patrick Hunter. Now, Willie Gault right here makes sure that he doesn't drop it. Right there, he might have been able to catch it in stride in his hands, but he decides to have his body cushion it.
Flags are down. Schrader has a free play. It's intercepted, but Seattle was offside. Como has the interception. They're going to call it back.
Fortunately for Jay Schrader, it appeared that Jacob Green encroached.
There it is. Greg Bell.
Greg Bell, stopped by Eugene Robinson.
Here is Greg Bell. First and goal at the 5, and he has a yard. And it's Marcus, and he'll go to about the 2, where it will be third down and goal to go. And we're moving on the 1 minute mark, time remaining.
No, Charlie, I wonder if it's a little bit of machismo here. It's like we're going to line up, and if we can humiliate you or intimidate you by out physicaling you inside the 5-yard line, now that's going to bode well in the second half.
Over the top. Raiders say yes, Seattle says no, and we do not have a signal from the officials as Allen went up and then came back.
Well, if there's no signal, you know that it's not a touchdown. Right there you see him holding up the fist, and it is fourth down.
Allen over the top. He does not make it. Seahawks hold. And there's Darren Como, and has made the play of the afternoon for Seattle.
You know, Charlie, my guess is somewhere around the 5-yard line when they had their 3 tight ends, they just said, we can get it in on 4 tries. Here we get a chance to see Como right at the same time as Marcus meets him right in midair. And Jenkins falls on top of him to assure the fact that he's not going to get over the goal line. Right there you see he's down, and he sticks the ball over, but that's too late. His momentum has already been stopped. Good call by the official.
5 seconds left to go in the first half. And Seattle has to be careful they don't get a safety, so they just kind of scrunch it. It's a short snap, and time runs out in the first half. Raiders from their own 22-yard line. And Marcus Allen, who they ended the first half with, comes out to open the second half, and he picks up a first down after a gain of 12 yards.
Well, I've watched Marcus Allen do this numerous times over the course of his career. He cuts in there, it looks like there's nothing, and all of a sudden he does that 360 move right here, and he makes you miss. Right there, if he can get past Eugene Robinson, he might go the distance. But he did a good job of making the first defender miss.
Slot formation, left side, first down. And here's Marcus again. And he's got 3 yards to the 38. And here's Marcus. He's got the first down at the 46-yard line. He's got 8 yards on the play. Rufus Porter with the tackle.
And yet he's low profile compared to everybody else. And I'm sure he's a little bit frustrated by that, as you mentioned.
Marcus, one of the few backs that can make that particular move, and that is dead stop, full head of speed, dead stop, looks, makes a cut back inside, saves maybe a couple of yards on the play.
Yeah, that's right, but it didn't do much good then. The pursuit was too fast.
And the Seahawks now from their own 11-yard line, first downs. And John L. Williams goes out to the 20-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Craig in the ball game, 7 of 7 for 98 yards. And now 8 of 8. And Ron Heller, the tight end, is on the receiving end. And they're going to mark him out at the 33. It'll be a first down. It is complete to Chadwick, first down, 50-yard line, gain of 15.
We failed to mention a little bit earlier that David Craig has had some tremendous days against the Raiders. In the last 4 games alone, he's had 13 touchdown passes and only 3 interceptions.
Here is Spinner. Craig is now 10 for 10, another first down. 37-yard line of Los Angeles. And the reverse.
He's got a chance.
Brian Blade. Eddie Anderson with the tackle.
Eddie Anderson does a good job there of coming up. If Eddie Anderson isn't able to make that play, then that could be a long distance gainer.
And on the draw, John L. steps away. Little stiff arm, first down. Carden and Anderson finally stop him. Seattle has used more than 7 minutes of the clock. At the 14, first down. Flag is down. And Finner is the ball carrier. Clock is stopped now, 4:42.
Offside, number 93, defense, lined up in the neutral zone. First down, timeout.
That is Greg Townsend, who was called for the penalty, and Howie Long is down. And we have an injury timeout. And we'll break away. We are tied. John L. Williams. Ball is loose. Edwin Bailey has it. The guard.
That's great.
To the 6.
And you know, he started to run. It reminded me of those old photos where they have the shot of the guy with the ball under his arm, styling with the stiff arm. Boy, he's happy as a clam, isn't he?
2nd down and 2. John L. straight away. And he'll pick up the first down. That'll be first down and goal to go as they continue to work on Howie Long. First and goal from the 2. Here's John L. The race to the corner. And he makes it.
That was a great move by John L. Williams to cut inside for the touchdown, but because it appeared from our vantage point that they had it stopped.
Norm Johnson adds the point after, and are you ready for both ball clubs' first offensive touchdown of the year? Seattle is the lead. We'll be back. Howie Long, we understand it's a right toe. Greg Bell is in motion. Trader to throw. And I think he just kind of caught the turf, which you can do, and he stumbled a bit as he went down.
I always love to see guys on the north side of 30 do well.
3rd down and 7. Schrader goes deep, single coverage, and it is caught. Yes.
Oh, my. This is close.
Fernandez with the reception.
You're going to get a chance to see the ball. He catches it, but then it slides down in his stomach on his waist as he's going out of bounds. This is awfully close to whether or not this is possession. You see right here, it's a little bit of an in move, and then he cuts up, and he's going to see right here. Now the ball is in the air. Now, does he have possession heading out? He's caught there. Now right there, he's juggling it a little bit as he steps on the line.
Steps on the line with his second foot. If they review it, which they will, or they should, then they're going to rule it incomplete.
If the Raiders are smart, they'd have a quick count right now.
Oh, no, the umpire steps in. Now they're going to review it, and they'll call it back. You always, in this case, and if you're at a game, watch the umpire. Now, he's the official that stands right behind the defensive line. He is the one who is in communication with this man. Now, the only thing that they can see so far is what we have shown them.
And they're not going to review it. Oh, no.
Oh, this is a major mistake. Why have instant replay?
Well, in that case, what are we talking about? We're talking about 2 feet in bounds, and clearly he did not have 2 feet in bounds, even when he so-called had possession. Definitely a break for the Raiders on that one.
Oh, yes.
Right here, you'll see there's the catch, but where is possession?
There's 1 foot.
There's 1 foot. He still doesn't have possession, and the second foot is out of bounds.
Clearly, officials blow the call.
You can see Jacob Green down there screaming and complaining, and sure enough,
yeah, he's got a valid complaint.
He wants it back. We're showing the booth, but it's irrelevant now.
Yeah.
It makes no point.
2nd down and 8. Schrader's pass is complete. This is Mike Dial at the 12-yard line. And with that play, the 3rd quarter will come to a close. A gain of 18. Seattle leads at 10-3. Schrader has a man. Touchdown. And it's Fernandez.
Great throw by Jay in that situation. Corner out by Mervin. He puts it right on the money, right in the back of the end zone. No doubt about this one. He was definitely inside the line. Jay's got to be excited about that one after having the one dropped by Dial, a sure touchdown, to come back on a big 3rd down play and hit Mervin. Gets good protection here. I'm sure he does. Yeah, I knew it. Fades back, looking right all the way. He's got Mervin in the corner. Fading right there. He's up in the air. 1, 2. Definitely a touchdown. No debate about that one, Charlie.
No. 80 yards on a controversial drive, and we've got an update on what happened on that call. And as the truck will tell me again, I'll pass it on because I want to be sure that I get it straight.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the second review is just to placate the fans.
On this one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Extra point is good. So maybe they're going to have maybe they have to have a big flag that they throw out of the booth as a weighted in, and it sails down to the crowd. It says, hold it. Because they have to get, they had that problem before with the miscommunication with the umpire, and then they changed it because they had a little thing that kind of buzzed the body. And second down, pass is complete to Tommy Kane, and flags are down. Kane goes to the 37 if it stands. John L. Williams right at the line of scrimmage.
What's your favorite rap group, Charlie?
Frank Sinatra is my favorite rap group. Derek Finner is the ball carrier. And Fenner is wrapped by Ricky Ellison.
Hopefully it's not serious.
Here's the spread offense, 4 wide receivers at 3rd and 3. Good protection, and the pass is complete at the 50-yard line. Jeff Chadwick. And Craig now 13 of 13. First down at the 50. Good defensive play. And that is Townsend dropping John L. Craig, here's pressure up the middle, and it's complete. Tommy Kane. And Craig was looking right at the pressure up the middle, and a gain of 13.
Now they have a short one, 3rd and 1.
With 3 tight ends in the set. Flags are down. John L. goes out of bounds. It'll be close to whether or not he made it. We had flags on both sides of the line.
Well, Lionel Washington was sprinting off the field. Apparently, after the tackle, he didn't notice that they were going into their goal line defense. And when he found himself out there on the field, he realized that there was one too many. He sprinted to get off, but I don't think he made it. I think that's what the referee saw, was 12 men on the field.
Illegal substitution foul. 12 men on the field. Defense, 5 yards. First down.
Now this one's 6 minutes. And they are keeping the offense of the Raiders off the field. Flag down. Pass is complete at the 19, but there was a marker on the play. Brian Blades pulls it down, and he is brought down by Eddie Anderson. At the 19-yard line, first down. And here is Fenner. John L. with a block. Gets back inside of him, and a flag is thrown. Well, that was a long flag, about 15 yards away. And a fight is broken out.
Greg Townsend and Ron Heller are getting into it. Once again, it's the age-old debate. Who threw the first punch? Craig now trying to play mediator, explaining it to him. Saying, no, he threw the first punch. No, you did. No, you did. No, you did.
Now, there was an original flag that had nothing to do with the fight. Now, have we seen a second flag because of the fight?
I don't think there's any doubt about it. You saw both parties throw punches, and that's definitely unsportsmanlike conduct.
But it may end up nullifying. Now you have the good underhand bolo punch by Townsend.
Well, it was a fair uppercut, but of course
not bad. But he's doing it to a man that has a mask on.
That's right. Dave Craig was able to deflect it a little bit. He was 1-on-2 there. But well, you know, he does have the marvelous Marvin Hagler hair.
We're going to offset everything. We've got 3 fouls. We've got holding, number 85 offense. We've got personal foul, unnecessary roughness, 85 offense. Number 93 defense, penalties offset, first down.
First down at the 19. Lots of time. Has a man open, hits him. Ball comes loose. They're going to say he never had possession. Travis McNeil then really nailed by Mike Harden. And Heller, the tight end, goes to the left side.
Misdirection. There it is again. John L. Williams.
Inside the 5. Harden gets him and saves the touchdown. 16 yards. And now we got an almost fight at the 20. Grant Fiesel of the Seahawks and Tom Benson of the Raiders were joined, and the referee had to step between them. It's first and goal at the 3 for Seattle. 7.5 minutes to go. Here's John L. He dives. Does he get it? No, he does not.
Just inside. Good play by Eddie Anderson to keep him out of the end zone. There's a great pulling block there by Millard. He came out and he's able to cut the corner and loosen it there for John L. Williams. Here we'll get a chance to see it. Watch 71 in your picture cut out here and lead in front. No, he just got a piece of Anderson. I'm sorry. That was the tackle.
Oh, the ball, all it has to do is the ball break the plane of the goal line while the player is still in bounds.
Fenner is the one that was able to get the big block on Dan Land.
He's in bounds. He's broken the plane before he comes down out of bounds. And they are not reviewing it. And Fenner is dropped for a loss. It is Robinson.
And that could come back to be a big play now.
Oh, yeah. Third down, goal to go at the 3. does not go in.
That's a big play by Jerry Robinson. Jerry Robinson came up and jumped up in the air. It looked like he got fooled, and he came down and was able to have the maneuverability to still get over and push Craig out of bounds. 2nd and 6 inches from the goal line, they don't get in. I would think the momentum has to shift here, Charlie. The Raiders got to feel pretty good about themselves here.
It is good, and Seattle has the lead, 13-10. 1st and 20. Raiders pass is complete far side to Fernandez.
You'll see him on the outside of Horton here.
Pass is complete. Willie Gault, and a flag is dropped at the 48-yard line.
That was a good move after the catch by Willie Gault. Jay Schroeder did a good job of going side to side to escape the rush. He's probably got a shoulder pain.
It's a 1st down. The pass is complete to Sam Grady. Grady slips a tackle down the sideline and gets out of bounds.
It's going to come back, Charlie. Marcus was in motion and he cut up the field too soon.
2nd and 15. It is complete. Tim Brown, his first reception of the game, and he'll have the 1st down at the 30-yard line. He got 16 on the play. Here's Bell to the 21-yard line. Greg Bell. He picks up 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. And Rufus Porter makes the tackle. 1st down. And now we've got flags in another pushing contest. Bell, the carrier, and he was upended right at the line of scrimmage. 4-man rush. Schrader throws, and it's caught. Fernandez.
Great catch by Mervin Fernandez. And you can see the frustration on Harper. Part of the problem is he actually does a good job of covering in this situation. But the athleticism of Mervin Fernandez is just too much for him to cover.
Marcus Allen, Steve Smith, Greg Bell. 2 tight ends, maybe 3 tight ends. They'll also move a guard in there. Greg Bell is there. Now, they were into the 1st half. They were at the 5-yard line. Same kind of offense.
That's right. You know, what they want to do is they want to bleed a little time. They actually don't want to score on 1st down. They want the time to run because Mike Dial got hurt earlier. So there is a possibility that he might go up for a pass, but he's also an excellent blocker.
Touchdown.
Nice cut by Greg Bell. Nice cut. He saw it jammed up inside, and he cuts to the outside. And a pretty good block by Marcus Allen, too, to seal it to the inside and let him cut out. The Raiders have done a good job here, Charlie. Here you get a chance to see it. Take a look at Marcus Allen. He takes on the rookie, cuts, ooh, a little bit of holding, and got away with it. Right there you see that play is designed to go off tackle, and Greg Bell cuts to the outside. Here you get a chance to see it. He's going to dive right there. Boink. Good right foot. Plants right on the 3-yard line. That's a tough thing to do right there. That's a terrific cut by Greg Bell.
And the extra point is good. And we've got a timeout, and the Raiders have the lead. They're going to call intentional grounding.
That's a great job of persistence there. Great job of persistence by Bob Golick. You'll see, you'll get a chance to see that he was blocked and he came off the ground to make the sack.
54 seconds left in the game. Pass is complete to John L. Williams.
And strangely enough, the game has gone according to plan for the Seahawks, but the big plays by the Raiders are what's done a minute to this point.
They will mark it at the point of reception, which is going to be the 19-yard line, which may be a 1st down. Chadwick goes down. There is no flag. 19 seconds left. trouble. Now he's going to run for it, and he'll hope for the sideline. No, he's going to stay up the middle. He's 8 seconds and counting. Seattle has a timeout. They'll take their last one here with 6 seconds remaining. Terry McDaniel covers him. And it's up for grabs. 6 defenders, 3 receivers, and it is intercepted.
Torin Dorn with the interception, number 46.
Check it was number 45, Mike Harden, with the interception at the end of the game as he saves the victory for the Los Angeles Raiders. The final score, Raiders 17, Seahawks 13 here in the Kingdome.